for Cincinnati.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How are they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. His pass caught with the 4. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead.
Taking it right down Broadway. Najee Harris, touchdown LA. Najee Harris, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Here we go, here we go. 180, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward, incomplete pass. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
Here we go. 180. Stop.
Now Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Fielded just inside the 20. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make it.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out.
A 40-yard attempt.
Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right, and that'll keep this a 1-point game. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
16 yards. And the Bengals.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Here we go.
Burrow will throw. And his pass incomplete. The Bengals at 6-3 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO, he'll keep it. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Here we go, here.
And this one's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Big 13.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Bengals take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. And maybe a wrench thrown in the operation there. The snap wasn't great, and this kick is pulled. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Jaden Reed. The 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 67 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Chargers 6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Harris running straight ahead. Breaks the tackle. Now Allen. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 101 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On the give, this is Harris. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
It's now third down and long.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be tackled inside his 10-yard line. And they hear a few words from his head coach on that decision. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's a gain of 18. And the Bengals first down.
Here we go. 11
First and 10 at the 28.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a third and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on third down is Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. 21 yards there on third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
11, mighty. 11. Here we go. Right 80.
Here's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And he's got it inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Right 80. Right inside. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Now he's going to step up and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Let's get set. Right 80. Right inside. 11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
Here's a handoff to Jenkins running left. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on third and goal.
Here we go. Right 80.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they've always wanted to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Herbert. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Again, Herbert. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Burrow from his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They hand this off to Harris. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. The tight end in motion right. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Here comes Reed. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Burrow on play action. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go, here we go. 11, Thomas.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 20! And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards on the ground. A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus, not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
Jacobs will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Charger drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 38.
Now Maris. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Here's Herbert. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, look at this play call. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11, 11, 11, 11.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Let's get
At the 37-yard line.
White 80. White shot.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Chase, complete. There he goes again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. McPherson now for the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good.
McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And his throw here is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The Chargers on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10.
Now it's Herbert. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's another Chargers first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
15-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Chargers 15.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive if they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Here we go, kill. 26. Here we go.
On first down, Beltran. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down at 8. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now it's the backup Prescott. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Well, he's in for a Charger touchdown. Najee Harris, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Makes the score Bengals 43, Chargers 22.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bengals drive about to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now. They snap it to Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Trey Harris from 10 yards out. And the Chargers have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. Oh, the snap, a poor one, and this is blocked. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
35-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was